Mulligan. He overskates the puck at center ice, but Väisänen shovels it back inside the Rocket zone. Ryder Ritchie unable to hold it in at the left point. Retreats back to center as the Tigers get back onside and re-enter the zone. St. Martin driving down the right wing wall, curls back in the right corner, feeds a pass to the point that ricochets off the skates of Van Mulligan over to Moss. Tigers back with it in the slot. Ryder Ritchie works up to the top of the left circle, drags, fires, and a puck pinballs into the right wing corner. Van Mulligan there for the Tigers, works it behind the net for Weisblatt. Weisblatt to the right point for Van Mulligan. He'll let a shot go errant of the Rocket goal. Tyson Moss cuts it off in the left wing corner. With it for the Tigers, he'll circle the Rockets' goal. Feed one to Ethan Newtons, the former Rocket, who snaps a shot just wide of the glove of Stausser. The Rockets clear to center and make a change.
Behind the play, Oasis Weisblatt and Nate Corbet getting involved. Already saw a couple battles early on in the first minute.
And Nate Corbet leads the Western Hockey League in tilts. We'll see if anyone obliges him tonight. Tigers break back in. Deflection onto the net of Stausser. Saved and covered for a whistle. A minute 20.
That's kind of been the MO.
Here the face-off in the Rocket zone, won by the Tigers. Volatovsky unable to recover possession in the slot. Puck cleared to center, ripped back in by Nilapeka Muhanen. Rockets start back from behind their own goal. Carter Kowalik sends a stretch feed to center for Paupanekis. He can't quite control it across the Tiger blue line. Matthew Ward clears to center. Rockets will chip one back inside the Tigers zone where it's taken by Marcus Pacheco, the former Rocket, in the far corner, but Paupanek is able to strip him free of the puck, which rolls all the way into the left wing corner. Ward turns it over. Quick no-look shot. Goes wide to the net of Switzer, rolls to the left point. Held onside by Jabal. In the far corner, Weisblatt held it in momentarily. A second effort from Kelowna, able to knock that free. And down inside the Tiger line, both teams begin to change. Tigers right back in. St. Martin down the left wing, drops one for Ritchie. Ritchie overskates the puck along the near boards. Back the other way come the Rockets. Paupanekis up the right wing wall for Kanju Goisic. Goisic curls in the right wing corner for the Rockets. Dumps a pass back and behind the Tiger goal where Gordon Carroll cuts it off for Medicine Hat. Gordon Carroll able to win that puck battle, feed one up the wall for Ryder Ritchie. Out on a long shift, he'll just delay it for Van Mulligan, who touches one to center where Gordon Carroll whacks it from center ice onto the net of Stausser, who's going to punch it with the blocker.
Up and out of play, you get an ozone draw, and Volatovsky, Newtons, and Ward are able to roll back over the boards.
And the two former Rockets on the Tiger roster out for the offensive zone draw. Newtons on the left wing, Pacheco at the right point, and Newtons digs the puck free from the faceoff. Muhanen to Pacheco, a shot and a glove save made there by Stausser. No real. We'll hear from Ethan Newtons as well coming up in the first intermission. We'll hear from Harrison Mennigan in the second as he discusses the 5-0 victory in Brandon. Newtons talks about facing his former club. Tigers with it in the offensive zone off the faceoff. Weisblatt drags, fires, and a shoulder save from Stausser. Already the 5th save he's made tonight as the Rockets clear through center. Goisic in the right circle snaps a shot, and a glove save made there by Switzer as that puck went right at his head and nearly handcuffed the Tiger goaltender, but Switzer stoic enough to make the save. Weisblatt steals one at center. Odd man rush into the Rocket zone. Drop back Watson. Cross ice. Cunningham robbed by Stausser as Avery Watson looking for his first career Western Hockey League point. Nearly had it there, but Stausser said no on the Cunningham shot. Cunningham back with it, high along the right half boards. Chops a puck back and behind the Kelowna goal as the Rockets take it back while the Tigers change.
Nice back check there by the Rockets, able to get stick on Carter Cunningham, who had Rhett Stausser down and out.
Here comes Paupanekis through center for the Rockets. He'll lose possession of the puck just inside the Tiger blue line. Tigers quickly counter back through center. Marcus Ruck down the left wing wall for Liam Ruck. The pass intercepted. Back snap shot. Rockets get it back. Levi Benson will sky one through center all the way down inside the Tiger zone where Vetti Väisänen stretches a feed back to center for Matthew Ward. Ward touches it inside the Rocket zone. Rockets get it right back. Through center comes Kelowna. It's Nate Corbet, the former Tiger, off to his left. Paupanekis, a backhander, goes wide in the net of Switzer. Van Mulligan off the rebound, looks to clear, turns it over to Gerwing, who shoots through traffic, and a save made by Switzer. And a little bit
typically do are the Tigers, but surely they'll look to get that ironed out. Still not even at the 10-minute mark here in period number 1.
Paupanek is out there with Gerwing and Varga. Tigers win the draw, clear to center. It's going to be gloved down at center by Paupanekis. He tried a quick cross-ice pass for Varga, just broken up by Van Mulligan. Using that long reach, broke up what would have been a partial break. Now Tyson Moss rocked behind the Tiger net from Dawson Gerwing, the former Swift Current Bronco. But Gerwing not able to come away with the puck as the Tigers back with it. Liam Rockle dodge a check, flip a pass back to Van Mulligan. He'll touch it near side for Tyson Moss, who heads to center and rims a puck around the boards into the Rocket zone. Tigers begin to change. Van Mulligan heads to the bench. Muhanen pops off on in his place. He'll hold the puck in at the right point with one cross ice for Marcus Ruck. That's intercepted. Now a breakaway feed. Dawson Gerwing. Gerwing shoots just wide of the Tiger goal. Great back check from Pacheco and Muhanen simultaneously. Really prevented any. Matthew Ward. He'll have the other way with Ethan Newtons. Ward in front for Newtons. The pass deflects back to Volatovsky in the right circle. Tigers with it in the offensive zone, but Volatovsky stripped to the puck. Odd man rush the other way for the Rockets. Lead pass ahead. Paupanekis in alone on Switzer to the backhand. He scores. Paupanekis. It's about almost exactly 6 minutes shy of the team record. Just an incredible stretch of hockey here from Jordan Switzer. Rockets leading 1-0. Tigers win a neutral zone draw, stretch a puck deep inside the Rocket zone. Gordon Carroll pinned up in the left wing corner. Ryan Mackay digs it free to the left point with a puck, hops over the stick of Dilapeka Muhanen. Hill stop on a dime at his own blue line, quickly cut back up the left wing wall for the Tigers. Fan on a shot atop the left circle. It's recovered by Gordon Carroll, flipped to Carter Cunningham, who tried to touch one back for Braden Ryan Mackay, who fell trying to let the one-timer go, and the Rockets head the other way as Paupanekis gets to the Tiger blue line, dumps it deep, then peels off for a change.
Hate to see it for Will Sharp, and the Tigers will take it. They're more than happy. Get back on level ground here, square at one.
8th of the season for Marcus Ruck, ties this game at 1 as a puck is promptly chopped out of play. We'll head to break. You're listening to Place. 13-17 gone in the first period. The game is tied at 1 between the Medicine Hat Tigers and Kelowna Rockets. Hayden Paupanekis got the scoring started for Kelowna, his 20th of the year at the 10:05 mark of the first period from Jakob Stansel. Tigers just tied at 1 with Marcus Ruck's 8th of the season. Tigers back with it in their own zone. It's Van Mulligan in the right wing corner. Pass up the wall for Ethan Newtons, deflected out to center ice and shoveled back down inside the Tigers zone where Switzer plays it around the wall. Varga cuts it off for the Rockets. Puck loose in the near corner, banked to the point, but not able to hold that onside is Will Sharp. Tigers not able to steal it at center as Sharp comes across the line, snaps a shot up, and Marcus Ruck, who has the game-tying goal, but Marcus Ruck not able to control it at the left point. Puck rolls back down into the Tigers zone. Muhanen quickly tries to stretch it back up ice for Marcus Ruck, but Hayden Paupanekis, who had the opening goal tonight, broke it up. Rockets try to reverse it down the left wing wall.
Got to go to Lethbridge and Edmonton to wrap things up here in the Central, but a lot of juice in the legs for the Rockets so far in this one. You kind of pointed to that first media break here in this period as being that difference maker.
Yeah, and another thing I'm noticing, a lot more discipline from the Rockets than over the first 2 games of this Central Division road trip, where they went to the kill a combined 16 times over the first 2 games. Here the Tigers not able to hold a puck in at the left point. It'll trickle to the neutral zone and be backhanded down inside the Medicine Hat zone, just barely by Gabriel Gilbeau. Tigers break back up with it. Van Mulligan, pass ahead to Watson, tipped to Weisblatt. Is that played on or offside? I'm going to assume onside, no arms up, but that looked close. Puck worked back and behind the Rocket net. Corbet, the former Tiger, works one around near side for Calder Varga. He's able to chip one by Molendyk out to center, with a puck knocked loose by Matthew Ward and chopped back into the Rocket zone. Corbet back behind the Rocket net, touches one into the right corner. Out $1,000. The Rocket power play enters tonight, ranked about 18th overall in the Western Hockey League, just over 19% on the year. They win the face-off and go to work. Will Sharp off to his right for Jakob Stansel. He'll walk down the wall, feed a pass in behind the net of Switzer. It's in the feet of Dawson Gerwing, who's pinned up along the boards by Dilapeka Muhanen. Dug back by Gerwing to Stansel in the right circle, fed to the point for Sharp, who fakes the slap shot. Lays a pass off to the far boards for Benson. Down in the corner, Paupanekis, a cross-ice feed for Stansel, not able to connect. Stansel will recover along the right wing wall, be pinned up by Volatovsky as the puck pops free to Marcus Pacheco, the former Rocket, as he'll slip by Will Sharp, who was looking for a partial break shorthanded, but Paupanekis cut off Pacheco from the puck as the Tigers will change up all 4 men out on that penalty kill as the Rockets break back through center.
Both goaltenders having to flash pad saves. It was Stoser on Molendyk, and then Henderson able to get into the slot, kicked aside by Switzer.
Rockets try to stretch feed through center. Paupanekis will tip that deep inside the Tiger zone to negate an icing. Longley with a step, feeds a man in front. They score! Paupanekis, his second of the night.
Following that up, his second goal of the game makes it 2-1 Rockets.
The Rockets, who got the game's first goal off the stick of Hayden Paupanekis, restore their 1-goal lead with 30 seconds left in the first period. Tigers look to respond late as they win the faceoff, dump a puck deep inside the Kelowna zone. Väisänen cuts off a clearing attempt along the right half boards, but it's going to be played with a hand pass from Väisänen.
As best as he can, and if you can find an equalizer, great, but try and get some legs, a little bit of juice going into period number 2.
Tigers win the neutral zone draw. Molendyk will carry it down the left wing. Cut to the bottom of the left circle. Feed a pass in front that's poked away by Rhett Stausser. Väisänen shovels it back towards the goal mouth. It's knocked back into the far corner. Rockets will turn and clear it through the middle of the ice, and that will roll the length for an icing with probably 1.5 minutes.
You're welcome.
It's the little things in life.
Yep.
Weisblatt to take the draw for the Tigers, who stack the left side of the dot. Face-off one back by Paupanekis, who's really been the story of this for far corner, where it'll be corralled back by Longley. Fed to the left point. Kowalik, a one-timer deflected loose at the side of the goal and swept away from danger by Muhunen. That saved a goal. Tigers head the other way, 3-on-2. Gordon Carroll off to his right for Ryder Ritchie. Ritchie not able to hold that at the right point, is now Gordon Carroll out centering Ryder Ritchie and Hunter St. Martin. We'll see how long this change lasts, but right now it's working in right the Tigers. Ritchie drags, fires, and a shoulder save made there by Stausser as a puck rolls past Molendyk, who is fresh off the Tiger bench, all the way down into the Medicine Hat zone, where it's turned over behind the net. Paupanekis on the forecheck, stripped it free from Tanner Molendyk. Works it to Kowalik at the left point, back down the wall it goes to Paupanekis. In behind the net, Andrew Goysick to the slot for Paupanekis. The pass deflects off skates, and it'll be cleared down the ice by Gordon Carroll, and just go for an icing as the two number 10s engage in a foot race.
Just don't want to go down a multi-goal deficit here to Kelowna.
Smart man.
Well, that's a numbers game right there.
And the Rockets win the face-off, set up at the top of the point. Will Sharp down in the corner, centered in front. Paupanekis snapped the wrister wide of the net of Switzer. Puck ricochets all the way through center, back down behind the Rocket net. Tigers get a free clear. Sharp will start up the middle of the ice with it for Kelowna, drop it back at the Tiger blue line for Levi Benton. Touched off to Jakob Schnitzel, high slot, he'll drag, fire wide of the net of Switzer. Puck loose in the left wing corner. Dawson Gerwing overskates it, but it rolls right to Paupanekis for the Rockets. He'll feed one to Stoncil at the right point. Stoncil walks into the right circle, feeds one left side, Benson drags, backdoor feed through the feet of Gerwing into the far corner where it rolls up to Stoncil, touch back down low for Benson. Rockets in the Tiger zone, 45 seconds into a 4-minute double minor power play. Here a pass to the right point, can't connect with Will Sharp. Both teams will start to change up the special kilometer vehicle warranty.
Yeah, okay, there's a lot going on there. Nice read by Ryder Ritchie to move his way into the high slot area, and Carter Kowalik on the switch, able to get himself into the shooting lane, redirect that puck up and out of play.
Rockets win the face-off. Nate Corbet, the former Tiger, who has an assist tonight, carries it out to center ice from behind his own goal. He'll step around Matt Ward, drive down the right wing wall, feed a pass to the slot. Paupanekis trying to go between the legs, not able to do so. Instead carries the puck in behind the Tiger goal, where it's dug free by Schaefer. Gordon Carroll, pass to center intended for Molendyk, intercepted by Corbet. He'll touch one to Paupanekis, who steps inside the left point of the Tiger zone. Works one to Petruk, back across. Paupanekis, a one-timer, deflects up and in behind the Tiger net. Held in at the right point by Gillespie. Touch to the left side wall for Corbet. Down for Paupanekis as he and Corbet trade places with a drop pass back to Corbet. He'll feed it back up the wall for Hiroki Goysick, who gives it to Paupanekis. We're on that second Rocket power play, which has just 9 seconds with which to work. Molendyk digs a puck free. He's pursuing Rowan Guest, who's able to get back to the puck first at the Rocket blue line as Weisblatt steps out of the blocks right into the fray of play, but Paupanekis navigates it and enters the Tigers zone. Feeds a pass on the near side wall for Hiroki Goysick. Goysick, a pass to the slot, broken up by Pacheco. Tigers head to center as Matthew Ward overskates a pass, and the Rockets tip one to their own bench as they're making a change. They had 4 skaters, now they have 5 out. They're in the process of a change, but the guy going to get off the ice, pinned up with the puck between his feet right along the Tiger blue line. That'll be dug free by Volotovsky. Volotovsky flips a pass ahead for a cover, the rebound in their own zone. Ryder Ritchie nearly had his pocket picked in the slot, but it's recovered by Väisänen. Stretched to center for Molendyk, who's not able to connect on that neutral zone pass. And that's kind of just been the story here of the first half of this hockey game. The Tigers just struggling to connect on these passes, as here's another to the Rocket blue line that's batted back down inside the Tigers zone. Pacheco with it, feeds one to center. This one connects to St. Martin, 3-on-2. St. Martin to his left, Ritchie lost a handle in the circle. St. Martin recovers, snaps a shot, and a glove save made by Stausser.
That engaged, and then when the puck's on your stick, it's simple plays, either a nice, hard, simple pass to a teammate or putting it on goal.
Tigers win the face-off, but Schaefer Gordon-Carroll has the puck poked off his stick to center by Paupanekis of the Rockets. Tigers quickly lift one deep back inside the Rocket zone. Liam Ruck steals it in the right corner, works it behind the net for Gordon-Carroll. He'll find Marcus Ruck in the right circle. Tigers in the offensive zone looking to tie it at 2. Drop back for Liam Ruck. He'll work to the right point, cycle one into the far corner of the Rocket zone. Muhanen in front, tipped just wide by Gordon-Carroll. Nice pass there from Muhanen. Puck fought for on the right wing boards. Liam Ruck fishes it to the point for Pacheco. Touch back to Liam Ruck. To the high slot it goes Marcus Ruck. Flip back Liam Ruck to the right circle. Marcus Pacheco. Pacheco fires one back door. Gordon-Carroll backhands it off the side of the goal. Tigers still with it. Liam Ruck, a sharp angle shot. Another one off the side of the net. Tigers just can't catch a break. Rockets clear, but it's held onside by Van Mulligan. He'll try to deke around Paupanekis, who pops Van Mulligan high. Tiger fans want to call, but none coming. Rockets back with it behind their own net off the best push of the night thus far from the Tigers, or at least best push of this second period. Tigers with it in their own zone. Van Mulligan turns it over at center, but fortunately Varga was offside as the puck popped right to Paupanekis, so he couldn't go inside the Tigers zone. Play would have been offside. Looking at the out-of-town scoreboard, Regina's making a game of it in Prince Albert. It's a one-goal game with 3 minutes left. 3-2. The Raiders lead that one. It was 3-0 entering the third, and Red Deer still ahead of goal, 2-1 over Brandon. Tigers turn one over in front of the net of Stausser. He'll cover up the loose puck. Corbet looking
good. 7:51 to go. This line has been real good here in the second. Schaefer Gordon-Carroll and the Rock Twins.
And they're out again for the offensive zone draw. Gordon-Carroll wins the face-off to his right. Pacheco skates onto it, drives in the right corner, feeds a pass in front, bouncing puck, shot on goal, and a save made by Stausser. Puck in the far corner, dug back by Liam Ruck to Gordon-Carroll. He'll spin away from Rowan Guest, but's now pinned up in the far corner. Liam Ruck there digs the puck free for the Tigers. To the right circle, Pacheco low shot, and a nice toe save made by Stausser. Started to lean to his right, puck came to his left. He was able to make the stop. Now the other way come the Rockets. Quick shot and a save from Switzer. Big check thrown by Pacheco on the back check on Kanju Goisic, who got that wrister off, forced a nice save from Switzer. Back in comes Kanju Goisic for the Rockets down the near side. He's stepped into by Muhanen. Puck loose in the near circle. Found by Ethan Newtons, the former Rocket, who plays it off the end boards in his own zone around for Väisänen. Return pass connects with Newtons. He's stood up inside the blue line by Kanju Goisic. Puck rolls to center. Work back in by Sharp of the Rockets. Puck out to the slot. Puck rolls to the neutral zone, giving chase is Kanju Goisic for the Rockets. He'll take it in the left circle, drop a pass back for his brother Hiroki Goisic, but it's intercepted by Gordon-Carroll. Tigers back with it in their own zone, breaking out. Liam Ruck, who just tied this game at 2, works one cross ice for Tyson Moss. Chip play ahead for Schaefer Gordon-Carroll, slips just under his stick. The Rockets now maybe with a 3-on-2 inside the Tigers zone. It's Hiroki Goisic in the left corner. Pushing the puck back behind the Tiger goal. It's taken by Tyson Moss. Played up to Gordon-Carroll, who drops one back for Moss. He'll elect to lay the puck around the boards into the near corner. Liam Ruck backtracks forward as the puck rolls through his feet to the point. Kowalik a wrister. Sees a glove save made by stretch feed through center, taken back by the Tigers. St. Martin with speed down the left wall, enters the Rocket zone. Bottom of the circle, he'll cut in front. Try to drive to the backhand, couldn't get a shot off. Now Pacheco hammers a slap shot up and out of play off the rebound.
They still have had some looks around Jordan Switzer's net. He has to be sharp.
Volotovsky out with Ward and Cunningham. Cunningham a quick shot off the draw, pried it free from the feet of Volotovsky, but the shot deflected wide. Volotovsky back with it in the left corner, cuts to the slot, tried a backhander, not enough on it, puck rolls wide. Rockets look to clear, puck trickles just past Väisänen out to center ice. Paupanekis batting at the loose puck. He'll connect with Gerwing, but Molendyk steps into Gerwing, knocks that puck loose, both in pursuit of it along the far wall. Gerwing wins the foot race, chips it deep down inside the Tigers zone. Väisänen tripped up. Tigers will head back to the power play, assuming they let Kelowna touch the puck. Last time it was 6-on-5 for a minute, and the Tigers scored before getting the power play, and here they're going to try to replicate it. Molendyk inside the Rocket zone, cuts to the slot, and it's touched by a Rocket. Tap shot saved by the shoulder of Stausser. Clearing attempt knocked down by Molendyk at the right point, but it rolled right back to Longley of the Rockets, who ripped the puck the length of the ice.
Well, decent look there as the puck ricocheted off Nate Corbet in the net front area, nearly found its way to the back of the net.
Tigers re-enter the offensive zone with speed. Molendyk curls at the right point, slips away from Paupanekis, who was able to pick his pocket. As 5 seconds remain on the power play, the Rockets will chip the puck the length of the ice onto the net of Switzer, who elects to cover it as the power play expires.
Cover up, get the whistle.
Little no man's land there.
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of uncomfortable as a goaltender, so you just hang on to it in those moments.
Well, err on the side of the caution.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching Instagram during the intermission, saw a clip of a goaltender who did not err on the side of caution. Tigers now quickly 2-on-1. St. Martin in front. Oh, what a save from Stausser, stoning Pacheco. Now Newton shoots, and a shoulder save made by Stausser. What a save. Wow. Robbed the former Rocket Marcus Pacheco. Tigers still with it. St. Martin rips one off the mask of Stausser. Tigers buzzing here, 5-on-5 in the third, but the Rockets able to clear through center.
Doesn't it feel like as of late the Tigers have had some of those moments, have pucks hop over his stick, Niilo Pekka-Mihanen as well, and then the shot from Levi Benson right in the slot area, nearly handcuffed Switzer. He's able to track it, and then Mihanen fires it down the ice for the whistle.
Face off, sees the puck loose in behind the Tiger goal, picked up by Mihanen. He'll rip it around the boards, down the length of the ice. Icing will be waved off there, so the Tigers able to make a wholesale change. 3.5 into the third. Both teams have had great chances in this third period. The Tigers with the best off the stick of Marcus Pacheco as he was robbed by the toe of Rhett Stausser on a fantastic cross-crease save. Breakaway pass for Matthew Ward, intercepted by Will Sharp of the Rockets as he'll muscle it to the Tiger blue line, touch it into the right wing corner. Tigers look to break back out, but can't get across the line as Paupanekis cut it off at the blue line. Now Ward on a second effort slips by him. He'll dart down the right wing wall, look to blow by Nate Corbet, who looked to take a high stick, but it's not going to get the call. Tigers still with it in the
Tigers bench in the neutral zone.
You got to be careful throwing those hip checks nowadays. Half the time they get called for clipping.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be careful. But when a good hip check's thrown, feels like 1995 again.
Love a good hip check.
Tigers win the neutral zone draw, work a puck deep inside the Rocket zone. It rolls to the right point to Van Mulligan. Cross ice pass for Mihanen, broken up. Hiroki Goisick plays one up ahead for Kanju Goisick as the puck will bobble just inside the Tiger blue line. Cleared back to the neutral zone, back and work the Rockets. Gillespie a shot. Big blocker save from Switzer. Rebound rolls to Guest at the left point. He can't corral it. The puck found by Cunningham from the feet of Guest. Cleared to center ice. 6:15 gone in the third. Game's tied at 2 here inside. Co-op plays between the Rockets and Tigers. Puck, which we learned earlier, might take a while. Tigers controlled in their own zone. Penalty coming here to Kelowna. Misha Volotovsky curls back in front of the scorer's box. Tried a touch play ahead for Matthew Ward. That was touched by Paupanekis. Whistles. You think they did that in practice?
All the time. Gosh, that was quality right in front of the net of Rhett Stausser.
Almost worth the price of admission. Tigers' second power play brought to you by Cypress Motors, Maple Creek, your Ford dealer with big deals in a small town. Molendyk not able to corral a blue line pass, so it'll roll all the way back inside the Tigers' zone where Molendyk corrals it. He'll cut back up ice with speed. Tanner Molendyk plays one off to his right for Liam Ruck. Flip pass down low. Found back by Liam Ruck himself. He'll work it to the left point for Marcus Ruck. Marcus Ruck to the left circle for Weisblatt. Weisblatt cross ice for Molendyk. He'll shoot, and that hits a body in front and ricochets just above the Kelowna goal. Molendyk back with it. Works it to the right point, Ritchie. Left circle, Marcus Ruck. Walks, fakes the shot. Curls back up the wall. Plays it ahead to Ritchie. Walks to his right, fires, and that'll be high above the net of Stausser at the left point. Marcus Ruck shovels it around the boards to Molendyk. To Weisblatt in the right circle. In front, Liam Ruck robbed twice by Stausser, who covers it for a whistle.
The touch happens, so that's why face-off comes all the way down to the right of Jordan Switzer.
My defense, they did point to the Kelowna blue line.
Oh, they got it all squared away.
They sure did, and the Tigers win the face-off. 25 seconds left in their second power play of the night. Pass to Marcus Ruck at center ice, stripped free by Paupanekis of the Rockets, who will turn and burn one down the ice. That'll just about do it for the Tiger power play. 10 seconds left. Molendyk will go for a skate from behind his own net. Stretch a pass to center for Weisblatt. 3-on-3, the Tigers enter the zone. Weisblatt to his right. Van Mulligan to the point for a streaking rider, Ritchie. Ritchie in the right corner. Shoots! Out of play as he was...
Come back from the Kelowna Rockets, finding a little bit of life out of that kill.
Tigers top unit out off the power play. Ritchie in to take the face-off. Wins it in behind the net. Chops a puck into the left corner for Weisblatt. Weisblatt's pass to the point from Mihanen, not with enough speed on it. The Rockets count the other way. Kanju Goisick chips it around Van Mulligan into the left wing corner of the Tigers zone. It rolls in behind the net of Switzer. Juhanen knocks a man down, pops in front for Paupanekis, but it's stripped off his stick by Weisblatt. Touched ahead for St. Martin. Hill cut through center with speed. Down the left wing, St. Martin curls in the corner. Feeds one in front as the puck just rolled by Van Mulligan. Rockets can counter with numbers the other way, 3-on-2. Hiroki Goisic down the left wing for Kelowna. Stops on the half boards, flips one in front, but that's knocked down by Molendyk. Pass up the middle for Ritchie. Goes off his stick to center, where it'll be poked back inside the Tiger line and found by Misha Volotovsky. He'll drop it back for Molendyk to the lead. Their first lead of the hockey game with 7:20 left. And I was watching McCann and McKenna throughout that power play. They were as engaged as you could be. In come the Tigers through the neutral zone. A low shot from St. Martin deflected into the near corner by Stausser. Varga gets it back for the Rockets. He'll touch a pass up ice. That's underneath the stick of Gerwing. Tigers back with it at their own blue line. Molendyk chips one up the near wall for Weisblatt. Swept off his stick by Will Sharp. Sharp will curl back inside his own zone. Work one back across. Pucks flip through center. Knocked down by Ritchie. Touched ahead St. Martin. 2-on-2. The Tigers enter the zone. St. Martin in the left corner. Fires a pass to the point. That doesn't make it to Van Mulligan. May have been a shot that was intended to bank off the mask of Stausser. Didn't hit the target. Tigers break back in. Ritchie, left side, cuts in front, and a save made by Stausser. Rebound covered for a whistle. 6:34 left in the...
This scoreline could be. He's been doing some heavy lifting in the third. And again, the first stop of the redirection before that Matthew Ward goal, just something different.
It was sensational. It was what he did on Pacheco and St. Martin earlier in this third period. For the Tigers, they've hit iron twice tonight. They were robbed by Stausser a handful of times in the first period as well. And Stausser, did that again in the third. Late hit from Paupanekis high on St. Martin as frustration boiling over. Weisblatt and Corbet are going to go in front of the tie. They went 1 for 1 on their first power play opportunity, then 0 for 2 on a double minor for high sticking to Oasis Weisblatt. This opportunity number 4, down a pair. Rockets will go to work. Quickly touched in front. A great save from Switzer, point blank. Rebound trickles wide. Puck found by Stoncil in the right circle. Fed up high to Sharp. Fakes the shot on Ward. Feeds it off to his left. Puck touched down low for Paupanekis. A goal away from a hat trick for Kelowna. Stoncil to the point. Sharp. He'll shoot. Shoulder save Switzer. Rebound corralled by Paupanekis. Fed up high for Sharp. Shot blocked by Ward. Puck trickles into the near corner. Juhanen looking to clear for the Tigers. It's held in at the right point by Sharp, but kicked right to Matthew Ward, who will skate to center and send the puck down the length of the ice with 4:54 left in the third. 45 seconds gone in the Tiger penalty kill. And that'll flip by him out to center and do it for the Tiger penalty.
Nice job by Niilo-Pekka Juhanen on that kill, using the body not only to gain body position, but throw a couple big hits.
Tigers force a turnover. Matthew Ward into the Rocket zone. Lets a low shot go, and a paddle save made there by Rhett Stausser. 3.5 left in the third. Tigers leading 4-2 here over the Kelowna Rockets inside Co-op Place. Rockets led 2-1. Tigers with the last 3 goals hold a 4-2 advantage, with the go-ahead at insurance marker coming 90 seconds apart in the third period. Rockets in the offensive zone. Net's empty. Stoncil atop the right circle. Up high for Sharp. 6-on-5 for the Rockets, needing 2 goals in the final 3 minutes to force overtime. As Sharp blindsides St. Martin, a shot goes through traffic. It's deflected wide. It was a high blindside hit on St. Martin, second one we've seen tonight. He's fortunately back up in the play, but the Tigers probably deserving of a power play. None coming as they'll ice the puck for the empty net. Missed just wide. Sharp first back for it. Icing called on the tie. Later, Roger McQueen, 5 in a game for boarding. So welcome back and goodbye, Roger McQueen. That's probably coming with something supplemental. Rockets net's empty. 6-on-5. They trail by 2. Quick shot. Loose at the side of the Tiger goal. Being dug at. Comes free to Stoncil. He'll shoot off the post. Stoncil can't get them within 1. Tigers clear to center. Gerwing with it for the Rockets, weaves off to his left. Mistimes the entry with Paupanekis. He'll reverse it to Stoncil on the near side. Puck's ripped around the wall and all the way down the ice. They're going to go in! Someone scored!